Hey guys, this is Retrade Productions with a easy tutorial for you. If you have bought a USB adapter to plug in your 64 controller into your computer, you can use it for Dolphin. Woo! Which means you can play GameCube games with it if you don't want to fork out for a GameCube adapter as well, which is really kind of silly. Now obviously all the buttons are not going to match up, so for some games this is going to be very difficult, but for others this will work out fine. It's better than the keyboard in my opinion, so it's worth it. Anyway, this is a fairly simple process. So the first step is just going to be loading up our USB controller with our thing. So plug in your USB 64 controller. This is what a USB adapter should look like for the Nintendo 64. You can see that with mine it has 2 slots. And mine in particular is the N64 controller adapter for PC USB. Descriptive, isn't it? Anyway, works great. I can recommend it. And as with all things, you need to plug in your 64 controller to it. So here is my 64 controller. I'll plug it in. Now it is plugged in. Then this is USB. Plug it into the computer. If you have trouble with this, I feel sorry for you. Yes. And on your first run, it should pop up in the bottom round over here saying, woo, you plugged the USB gamepad in, and it should automatically install the drivers. First step, super easy. Then all you gotta do is go into your control panel and open up a thing that'll be called USB gamepad or game controllers or something along the lines. Now, if you're using Windows 7, it's a lot faster to load up the search and pull up setup USB controllers. It should be very similar in XP, but in Windows 7 we're just going to click on properties right there and go over to the settings tab. Then we're going to hit calibrate. Now the calibration thing is very simple. All you got to do is you just got to do the things it tells you and bam, calibrated. If you don't do that, then your controller basically won't work well at all. So that's the first thing that you got to do. So then after that, just load up your emulator, and if you're using a PC it's probably going to be Dolphin, and then click on GameCube pad button right up here. Well, all you got to do is select the USB gamepad. Now my particular adapter has 2 N64 spots to plug in, so that's why there's 0 and 1. So then at this point, if you haven't done what I did already, just click the plus button and then hit A on your controller and automatically it'll be corresponded over. Now like I said earlier, all the buttons are not going to match up, but there are modifiers. So basically if I held down L, I could modify my D-pad of my 64 controller to be the C stick or something like that if I really wanted to. And you can play with 2 players. If you got the one like I did, you just select one and then load up the profile that we already configured in the first one. So you should be golden with this. I can prove it to you and open up a game. Let's see, what do we want to play? Let's play Super Mario. Super Mario is one of my favorites. And here's it all loaded up. And my controller is being used to play it. And I did start a game, but it kind of died, so there's the game. Can't figure out how to really get it in better settings. With a kick-ass graphics card, you'd think it would load better. I just gotta tweak it. Anyway, it's a very simple way to use your 64 controller with Dolphin. There are a lot of people who have trouble hooking up their 64 controller to Project 64, and seeing a lack of tutorials with Dolphin, I figured some idiot would need to see this. So I hope it helped you guys, and that's it.